Your 20s. This is creeping up on me. I'm a 2001 baby, so I will be 20 this year. As my 20s are approaching, I can't help but already kind of feel old. It's just absolutely bizarre because I still feel like a kid. I still feel like I shouldn't even be saying I'm gonna be 20, but this just lies ahead, a whole new adventure, and I am very excited for it. I saw a TikTok trend a little while back that mentioned best advice you could give to people in their 20s because these are the most important years of your life. And I just can't wait to hear what my grandparents have to say about it. I am so stoked. We're going to be talking about advice to people going into their 20s. What were your 20s like?
They were great. They were a lot of fun. Oh, a lot of fun. I wouldn't do them again, but a lot of partying. Yeah, it was great. I was alone and I was single and working and living in an apartment, and it was great.
A lot of moving. We did Hawaii to California, or Hawaii to Florida, Florida to Michigan, and then Michigan to California. I drove across country with the 2 kids, and then when we arrived in California, I found out that their father had gotten discharged from the service. Again, bad decisions related to smoking pot. Not a good thing. And then we ended up separating, and then I met Rick, and I stayed with him from 84 until 96, and that was in California. And I ran a business with him.
In high school, my senior year, I went to work full-time at Simpson's, the factory, bought a car. When I got out of school, graduated, that fall, Donna and I got married.
I was married. My sister had her wedding dress and stuff. I wanted to, I had my style I really, really wanted. And my dad and his new wife, they were gonna go to California. And she did not like me anyway. I had to wear her stuff. So I said, well, I guess I'll get married. Bob got drafted.
Following June, I got drafted. So I went to Vietnam for 2 years. It was really scary. I mean, I was, when I got drafted, I was 19.
Military life, young parents, so it was a struggle. You try to do your best, but most kids in their 20s, if they're married and they got a kid, they struggle financially. It was busy, and it was real. It wasn't nobody there to pick you up and carry you. You had to, when you're in the military and you're hundreds of miles away from home and you're having a family, you can call your mom and dad, but they can't buzz over and help you out.
I got married and I had kids.
Right after?
I didn't even finish high school. I was supposed to have graduated when I was actually pregnant already with my second daughter. Yeah.
So did you ever graduate high school?
No.
Really?
Did not. I had left my senior year. Mike's first duty station was Hawaii. We were already engaged for like a year. So the wedding was just kind of accelerated. And so I was actually just going to Hawaii to get married, and then I was going to come back home and have the baby and finish high school. He said, I really don't want you to leave. We just got married. We can set up house and we can do all this here in Hawaii. And I said, sure, why not? I took my GED.
Oh.
After not completing anything, I just said, you know what? I just want to have something that shows that I put forth the effort, and so I got my GED.
Well, first of all, I didn't finish high school. Not traditionally. I guess I'd say I was being a mom because I had a baby at 17, so that isn't even graduating age. And so it was all about raising the baby and taking care of a husband. I raising a daughter, but we had a boat and we would go skiing on the lake, went to concerts.
I tried to go to college for 6 months, or I guess I wasn't even 6 months. I went to college that August. In December, Christmas time, I came home and decided I'm not a student. I really wanted to go. I mean, I really wanted to pursue law enforcement. But instead, I came home after Christmas and I joined the military in April of that year. I mean, everybody dreams. You dream of different things. You hope you can do them. And you go after your dreams, and then when that dream gets shot down, you have a new dream, or a dream that wasn't quite as high on the list, and you just settle.
Back then, I think a lot of us life just happened.
Yeah.
You didn't think about it. Life happened and then you dealt with it.
Did you know what you wanted to do after high school?
I really wanted to be a physical therapist.
What I really wanted to do, I always wanted to be a photographer. Because the one house where Bob and I lived, they had a cubby hole down there. And I always thought that I could make a black room out of that, or whatever you call it. I had an old box camera my grandma gave me. And I took pictures of my doll and stuff like that, and the animals. That's what I really wanted to be, an interior decorator.
When I grew up, I wanted to be a truck driver. But when I started driving, I didn't like it. I didn't like driving for more than 1 hour at a time. So that went away. Since my dream was no longer feasible, I just became a factory worker.
Hanging overhead doors for a while until I got kicked off that job by the union. Then I went into a factory job.
I don't know.
I always wanted to do so many things that I could never come up with one.
Did you ever have like a moment where you like really discovered yourself, like who you are?
Yeah, I think this is where it gets emotional. Probably after my heart attack.
Oh, when was that?
2004. It was a wake-up call. You have a tendency to figure out what's important. What's my best advice for somebody that's in their 20s?
I can't say anything about college because I never, but I'd just say that if you're not interested in something like that, get a good job, get established. Don't, boy or girl, don't run out and get married.
To not do things in too much of a hurry. To live the moment that you've got around you and to stay in your 20s. Don't try to grow up too fast, and to surround yourself by lots of good friends. You can never have too many good friends. They'll help you out of all the bad stuff, and if they're really good friends, that they'll stick by you.
Oh, live your life. Have fun and enjoy life. It doesn't all have to be settling down and living it hard. I mean, just go for life.
Enjoy life. First and foremost, enjoy the life you're living. Just have fun every day. Try to be kind.
Try to find what you really want. And if you want it, go for it and don't let anybody say, no, you can't do that. If you fall on your face, you fall on your face. But if you didn't try it, then you'd never know.
Save for the future. Early 20s, early 30s, you don't think about the future. And it comes quicker than what you think it does. So start a savings account, a 401k if you're at work, someplace that's got one. Or a savings account of some kind, just to save for the future.
You should work as hard as you can and make as much money as you can. Get yourself a foundation. When you're 35, it starts going the other way. It's hard to open a business after you're 35 and be into it, I mean, when you're 20, you got so much energy that you can go out and do it. Because you've got energy that lasts from daylight to dark. So when you're in your 50s and 60s, you want to slow down instead of speed up. People in 20s and 30s should work as much as they can, make as much money as they can. I always tell people that they should have 2 occupations. Because one can fizzle out overnight.
Find a job that you can make some money at, make a living, or that you think is a good job, and the whole time you're working there, look for a better job.
Last question. What is your advice to me personally?
Oh.
My advice to you?
Yep.
I would kind of think about what you want to, how you want to end up 10 years from now.
Go for your dreams. You want to travel, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Because I wanted to travel. You are so much like me, you wouldn't know it. I wanted to travel the world too. And instead I settled down. I don't regret it. However, I do miss having traveled, but I did get to travel. Follow your dream.
To you, travel. Go see the world. See the world, volunteer, give of yourself, and just go and enjoy. You're going to look back on that when you're in your 50s and 60s and say, man, I'm so glad I went.
Live your dream, I guess. Do what you want to do. Don't let somebody talk you into something you don't want to do. You know, if you're going to college or something, go for what you want, not for what somebody else wants you to do.
Keep doing what you're doing, because really, seriously, because Shar and I see a lot of your projects, whether it's just photography or your goals or the way you talk, and we think you're doing great, and we're really proud of you. Even as your step-grandparents, which I hate the word step, but we're extremely proud of you, and I think that you got a bright future ahead of you, because you think outside of the box, you have a tremendous imagination, and the stuff that we've seen you do, you've done top shelf, you know.
You are really good, you know.
Yeah.
I can see that you respect and you treat people like you want to be treated. I just say keep doing what you're doing, Brooke, because you are really a wonderful person.
You're going to go long ways. Just keep going in the same direction you're going, and you're gonna do good.
Stay yourself. Stay happy. Do what you've always done, which is whatever Brooke wants to do. Do it. As weird as some of those things I've thought were, and you did it, and I was so proud of you, but just stay yourself. Do what you want. If your goal is to go live in BFE, go there. Try it. Be safe. First and foremost, be safe, be smart, but live your life. Live it, right? Like they say, sliding into home like Kramer did off Seinfeld. Play it and live it, sliding into home.